Hey guys, exciting news. We just published another book, The History of Firearms. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, but first, why is Legacy Collectibles selling books or publishing books? Actually, I grew up on these books. These are just some examples of the resource books that I used early on as a collector. And they were readily available. Jan Still's books, Jim Rankin's books on Walthers, Colonel Whittington had a series of books. All these books are resource books that I used in my early days of collecting and where I learned what I know today. The unfortunate thing is most of these authors have passed away. Most of these books are now out of print. I think every book that I just showed you is now out of print. So you can't find them, and when you do find them, they can be $4, $5, even $1,000 for some of these books. So for young collectors, some of you guys who are just starting out, you say, what book should I buy? They're just not available. So what Legacy Collectibles wants to do is we want to update some of these older books and bring them back to life, republish some of these older books. The first book that we published is the author is alive and well, living in Germany. But the first book that we published was this book on Walther pistols, and that makes perfect sense for me. And it was because Dieter Marshall, I mentioned he lives in Germany. He contacted Legacy and said, my book is only available in German. I have an English version ready to go. Do you want to publish it? So what we did, I knew nothing about publishing at the time. I still know very little, but I know when to talk to people who do know what they're doing. We partnered with Mott. Now, Mott Lake Publishing are the people that put out the Vickers books. The beautiful Vickers books, I've talked about those before, and we've made those available. We partnered with them, and we co-published this book. So this is basically an English version of Dieter Marshall's German book. And it's a great book on the development of all the Walther models. But in doing that, I learned a little bit more about publishing. And so when I published my own book on SS contract guns, you guys know about that. Those of you who wanted one have probably already bought it. So we published this book, and we did a subsidiary called Legacy Collectible Press. And so we published this book, and actually we partnered with Amazon. Amazon actually printed the book and makes it available. So you can go to Amazon, and this is available now all over the world because of the reach of Amazon, more so than the reach of Legacy Collectibles. But then all of that, those two books, there's a guy in Switzerland who I guess watched us on YouTube, saw that I had published some books, Peter Kuntz. He had a book, it's actually The Technical Development of Firearms. I like this title a little bit better. Technical Development of Firearms from 1200 to 1900. So these are mostly antique pistols. I started to say he's from Switzerland. It was published in German and Swiss, but it was not published in English. So seeing that that was something we did, he contacted us and said, I have this book out. It's available in Europe, but it's not available in English-speaking countries. So there you see Legacy Press and Legacy Press. This is a lot thicker, and it's available in hardcover and softcover. If you go to Amazon, you will see it there, and outside the United States, I would say just buy it from Amazon. We partner with them again. They make it available as an ebook. They make it available in hardcover and softcover, and the price point is $69.95 to $79.95 for hardcover, and that's in US dollars. There's actually 1,300 different illustrations, and this is very technical. So if you want some light reading, this is not the book you want, but if somebody's really interested in these older guns, and again, 1,300 illustrations and diagrams of the development of firearms from siege cannons, gunpowder, and how that came to be. A lot of technical information. Great Father's Day gift, great Christmas gift, great brother's gift, or just buy it for yourself. Cannonballs. You want to know how they developed a cannonball? Iron, bronze, and lead balls. No comment on the lead balls. But you can see here, again, it's just everything you want to know about the development of firearms. And just so we're clear, this is not modern firearms. This would be flintlocks, percussion, up to the 1900s. So in the United States, we would call these antiques. Now, if you go to Amazon and you look for History of Firearms, there was about 30 books with the same title, unfortunately. So make sure you just put in the title and the name Kuntz. Once you put that in, this is the only book that will come up. We also have it available on our website. You can see here if you go to accessories and you then go to resource books. I believe it's the first one listed. So, of course, you can buy it through us, but for some people, it's a lot easier, especially outside the United States, to buy it through Amazon. Hey, thanks for watching and supporting our channel. And yes, we are working on other books. There's miles to go before we sleep. There's just so many books out there that need to be revived and updated. I have more gun videos coming out later this week, so stay tuned.